This is AZ500 lab number 2, network security group and application security groups. Let's download lab file to desktop and log in into our Azure portal. File is downloaded and we are logged into our Azure portal. So the lab scenario is you have been asked to implement your organization virtual networking infrastructure and test to ensure it is working correctly. In particular, the organization has two groups of servers, web server and management servers. Each group of servers should be in its own application security group. You should be able to RDP into management servers but not the web servers. The web server should display the IIS web page when accessed from internet. Network security group rules should be used to control network access. So this is the lab scenario. In exercise 1, we are going to create a virtual networking infrastructure. In exercise 2, deploy a virtual machine and test the network filters. So this is going to be our tasks. Task 1, task 2, 3, 4, 4. Let's go. So in exercise 1, create the virtual networking infrastructure. In this exercise, task 1 is to create virtual network with one subnet. Task 2 is to create two application security groups. Task 3 is create a network security group and associate it with virtual network subnet. Task 4 is create inbound network security group security rules to all traffic to web server and RDP to management server. So let's create a virtual network. Name is my virtual network. On IP address, create virtual network. Set IP4 address space to /16 and if needed in the subnet name column click default. It is default. Edit subnet plate, specify the following settings. Name is default and range is 24. Save. Now let's create this virtual network. So virtual network is created. Next is to create application security group. go to application security groups. Create new application security group. Source AZ500 Lab 07 is the resource group. Name is going to be my ASG web server, East US, review and create. Let's create another security group. This time name is my ASG management server. So we have successfully created two security group. One is my ASG management servers and second is my ASG web server. And in task 3, create a network security group NSG and associate NSG to subnet. So let us go to network security. Create. This is going to be my NSG East US, review and create. Now we are going to associate. Next, task 4 is create inbound network security rule to all traffic to web server and RDP to server. In my NSG blade, in settings section, inbound security rules, click add. On the add inbound security rule blade, specify the following settings to allow TCP port 80 and 443 to my ESG web server. Destination is going to be application security group. Destination port is port 80 and 443. It is going to be TCP. Priority is 100. Name is allow web all. Add. This is going to allow port 80 and port 443 TCP on web server. Now we are going to create one more role which is going to be for management server. This time destination port is going to be 3389, that is RDP. Protocol TCP, priority 110. Rule name is allow RDP all. Add. Next is exercise 2 is to deploy virtual machine and test network filters. There are in total 4 tasks. Task 1 is to create the virtual machine to use web server. So let's go to virtual machine. Create Azure virtual machine and resource group is AZ500 Lab 07. Virtual machine name is my VM web. Image is going to be Windows Server 2022 Data Center Azure Edition, and region is East US. Size is going to be standard. DS2v3, D2SV3, and username is student. Let's create a password. Public inbound ports none. And would you like to use existing Windows Server license? No. Next is going to be disk, and on disk tab of the create a virtual machine blade, set the OS disk type to standard HHD. So it is going to be standard HHD. Next is networking. Select the previously created network, my virtual network. Under NIC network security group, select none. And next click management. Then next monitoring. On the monitoring tab, we are going to create a virtual machine. Blade verify the following settings. Okay. Boot diagnostic enabled with manage storage account recommended. Okay. Let's review and create this virtual machine. Task 2 is to create a virtual machine to use as management server. So let's again go to virtual machine, create Azure virtual machine. Resource group is AZ500 Lab 07. Virtual machine name is my VM management, East US. Image is same and size is standard D2SV3. Username is going to be student. Public inbound ports, none and no. Next, disks, standard HHD, networking, my virtual network, and NIC network security group, none. Next, management, next, monitoring, enabled with managed storage account, yes. Next, review and create. So we have created two virtual machines. Task 3 is associate each virtual machine network interface to its application security group. So in this task, you will associate each virtual machine network interface with corresponding application security group. The My VM web virtual machine interface will be associated with to the My ASG web server application security group. The My VM management virtual machine interface will be associated to My ASG management server ASG. So let's go to virtual machines. This is being created and one is running. So first we have to work with My VM web. In the networking section, click networking setting and then on My VM web, application security groups. Okay. So after a network setting, then on My VM web, going to My VM web slash networking setting blade, click the application security groups. Okay, add application security group, My ASG web server, and add this. Now go to another virtual machine, that is My VM management. And inside network setting, inside application security group, let's add my application security management server. Next, task 4 is test the network traffic filtering. In this task, you will test network traffic filters. You should be able to RDP into the My VM management virtual machine. You should be able to connect from the internet to my VM web virtual machine and view the default IIS web page. Let's go to overview and connect. Download RDP file. Let's keep it and open this. Connect. Username is student. Password is going to be so we are successfully connected to our VM mm, with username student and the password. Now in Azure portal, navigate to my VM web virtual machine. Let's go to another virtual machine, that is my VM lab. In the operations section, let's go to run command and then run PowerShell script. On the run on the run command script pane, run the following to install the web server role. So this command is going to install the web server role. Let's wait until this installation is completed. So until this is done, let's verify that we can access uh, my VM web. Okay, so after this is done, we have the web server role on our VM. Then we can verify that we can access the VM web through HTTP or HTTPS. So we have to wait. So at this point, the script execution is completed. Now let's verify the next step. So the public IP address is this. So as you can see, we can access this web page. So at this point, we have completed our exercise and the lab is also completed. Let's clear the resources as well. So this lab is completed. Thank you.